Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 84 continues the battle of Goku vs Gas, but Vegeta is added to the mix, and it is now a 2 vs 1 battle. With Granola still out, will the two Saiyans be able to beat Gas before Granola returns to the battle with the aid of Manito? And with Elec's confidence growing bigger by the second as he sees his little brother do all the dirty work. But with the condition of the wish to make Gas the strongest in the universe, what information did Zuno tell the Heaters, and how will that affect the story that is coming to an end fairly soon? How's it going, everyone? Saiyan5 here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Super manga video today, and we're here talking about the predictions and a preview for Chapter 84. But first, if you've not already, hit the like button for this video, subscribe if not already, and hit the notification bell whenever I upload new videos like this, talking about, of course, Dragon Ball. I want to get this video out before the final trailer for Dragon Ball Super Hero comes out, and this is probably the perfect time to do so, and I want to get this out there before all the hype from that final trailer comes out, and hopefully things will be poppin'. But anyways, let's get down to this. Now there's something that I feel that not a lot of people are still talking about, and that is Zuno's role in this story. Now I only bring that up since what Elec said about making Gas the strongest in the universe, at least through DBS Chronicles translation and not Viz's translation, that Gas's universe is stronger than Granola's universe. But in the Viz translation, it just said that Gas outclasses Granola, and Mikey is very confused by that. Now if you go with DBS Chronicles translation, we definitely know that Elec and the Heaters have no idea that there are other universes in the Dragon Ball universe. Now the only other reason they could know about other universes is that they get that information from Zuno himself, and people forget that the Heaters did ask Zuno 10 questions, and we have yet to know what those 10 questions are. Now of course we do know that probably it's trying to find out where Goku and Vegeta is, their family members, but there's probably still a lot out there that we have not learned yet. Of course, one of those questions that might have been asked by Oyamaki is that are there any stronger warriors out there beyond anyone in Universe 7? And then that's how they found out there are other universes, when Zuno probably told them that there are probably stronger warriors out there but not in their own universe, and that's how they figured out the other 11 universes. And of course there's another thing that we're forgetting, that Frieza still has not been involved in this arc physically. He probably will show up. There's no point in bringing up Frieza constantly through this arc if he's not going to show up at all. So I'm assuming also one of the questions that was asked to Zuno was something pertaining to Frieza. But we'll probably find out the full extent of those questions when they are finally answered, possibly towards the end of this arc, once Elec thinks he finally has the victory in hands and maniacally tells them everything that he's going to do. We're gonna find out. And then somehow, and I think a lot of people are also like predicting this as well, that Gas will somehow betray his own brother after being double-crossed himself by Elec, and will come in full circle, just how like Goku mentioned earlier in his fight against Gas while they were planet hopping, of not trusting their brother. And now, last chapter it ended with basically setting up the fight between a one-on-one situation where Vegeta in his Ultra Ego form will go up against Gas. Even though in the last chapter it did start out with Goku and Vegeta going all out in their Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego forms, Vegeta looks like he's going to take the upper hand and take the main role of taking out Gas in this fight. Vegeta will probably tell Goku just to sit back for right now, and he wants to handle this himself. As always, he's letting his ego and his pride getting in the way. Kind of wrong, since last chapter did talk about pride, so this would be convenient for Vegeta to somewhat lose his fight against Gas via his own pride. But I don't think it'll exactly be the same outcome with his fight against Granola, where he just takes too much of a beating and he'll just be inches close from death. It's just Goku will probably hop in and eventually save Vegeta and telling him, hey, we need to team up, we can't beat this guy one-on-one, we gotta do 2v1. So I expect probably the majority of this chapter being Vegeta versus Gas, and Goku basically commenting and trying to explain how Vegeta's Ultra Ego powers work, even though we already have an idea of what they are. I just feel that maybe there's probably a couple things that Ultra Ego is able to do, but Vegeta is not able to do so due to him not fully embracing his Saiyan heritage and his Saiyan pride, and letting go of the sins of the Saiyans. And I know there are a lot of people out there thinking that maybe there might be a fusion appearance. Of course, Unlikely that's going to be Vegeta because there's no Potara earrings this time, but we'll see a fusion dance and we'll see Gogeta in action. Now, I do not think personally that we will see Gogeta. Normally there will be some type of build up for that, like how we saw in the Broly movie where they had to fuse. But if Granola was to come back to this fight, and I do think he will be, he'll just be there to buy Goku and Vegeta time for them to do the fusion dance, just how Pikkon did it for Fusion Reborn, and of course how Frieza unintentionally did it in the Broly movie. But since there was no lead up at all, and usually there is a lead up to this, I see it very unlikely for Gogeta to come back. And obviously Gogeta will automatically be gassed to a pulp, but I just see Goku and Vegeta doing the fusion as a last resort. And they both say that they hate fusing, but personally I just don't see that happening as of right now. Gogeta may come back in a future arc, but I just don't see it setting up this time for this current arc. But it might not happen in this chapter, but I do see that somehow the other heroes will get involved in the action, but not by choice. As now they are about like 100 meters away from the battle, but I just feel that the battle's gonna get too crazy, possibly from the fight between Vegeta and Gas, where Ki blasts are gonna inadvertently hit the heater ship and they're gonna have to be crashing down towards them, and Elec will finally get caught in the crossfires in that battle, and we'll finally get a chance of seeing Maki and Oil in their instinct transformations. Now, Elec does have the capability to do so, but we just haven't seen it yet from him, but we do know he's probably the weakest member strength-wise, and he had to make that up through his cunning wits and ways. But I just see that happening only if Gas is double crossed and Oil and Maki see how bad Elec is treating them in Gas, and they'll just say, screw it, let's just help out the Saiyans Granola because of all the bad stuff that Elec has been doing to us all these years, and we're just finally fed up with it. But this just depends on how Elec's double cross of Gas happens, if it does, that is. But Toritaro is laying that plot line out there, so I do hope it does pay off eventually. And speaking of payoffs, obviously, how much longer does this arc have to go? Obviously, a bunch of people, including myself, did think that this chapter was going to be over by April, by the time the original release date of Dragon Ball Super Superhero was supposed to come out, but obviously that got delayed, so I thought maybe they were going to end it in June. No, this is clearly still going on, and the plot right now is going at a slower pace than I anticipated. This could be another Future Trunks Zamasu arc where we all think that the arc should be over by now, but it's going to be extended longer than it needed to be. Obviously, we had foresight since the anime version came out first, but Toritaro made his own interpretation of the event of that arc, which I think a lot of people actually preferred. So this final fight, if this is the final fight in this arc, could drag on for another 3 or 4 chapters, but I was looking at the length of the last arc, which is of course the Moro arc, and that arc lasted approximately 2 years to the date, and it went on from November 2018 all the way till December of 2020. And conveniently enough, that was the same chapter that this current arc started. So if I had to make this guess based on that logic, this arc will not end until December of this year. We know for sure it will end this year, of course, with Victor Cheetah did confirming last year that there will be a new arc coming out this year. But if I had to make any other guesses on when this arc will end, I will give it another 4 months, so by either September at the earliest or November at the latest, if they don't end it in December of this year, of course. Now there is Jump Victory Carnival 2022 that is gonna happen in July 17th of this year, and that is where we could possibly get our first look of the new arc. And no, I do not think the anime will be coming back and announced during that time, but who knows. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that, because personally I'm just ready for the next arc for this manga. But I do hope this has a huge payoff. I just can't not wait to see what happens. Anyways guys, tell me down in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen for this next chapter? Is it going to be more of a battle manga chapter with a little story progression, or do you think it's going to be mostly story? Personally, as you guys just heard, I think it's going to be mostly a fighting chapter, but we just gotta wait and see. Anyways guys, Thank you for watching this video. This is the end of the video right here. Be sure to hit the like button for this video. Subscribe if you have not already. Hit the notification bell whenever I upload new videos like this. Talk about, of course, Dragon Ball. This is Saiyan Survive. Sign out. I'll see you guys later. Catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.